The wondering mind. The wondering mind. The wondering mind.
Where the mind wanders. Boy. What the fuck is up, everyone? This is your boy, Kevin G. And welcome back to the Wandering Mind Podcast. The mind wanders. I, of course, am your... Let me get down a little bit. I, of course, am your erectile dysfunction host, Kevin G. And welcome back to another great episode of the Wandering Mind Podcast. Thank you. Listen, today we have a great podcast. I'm not gonna lie. Today is probably one of the better ones that I've ever did, and I say that every week. But you know why? Because every week they keep getting better and better, just like your mom's head game. And especially with them gums she has. Ever since she lost her teeth, her gum jobs. Let me tell you something, homeboy. Gum jobs are where it's at. If you guys want to fuck a ripe old lady, do it. You know, get her to jiggle your balls. Get her to suck on your... Maria's here too, by the way. She is on the ground drawing today's episode as asked. Am I right, Maria? Mm-hmm. Well, she is getting to it now. Welcome back. Yes, I've been gone for a little bit, but that's okay. Playboys need a break too, you know? I've been doing these podcasts for over 2 years now. Can daddy not get a break? You like it when I call myself daddy, baby? Yeah? You want me to sniff your nose with my nose, baby? How about you put a little of that baby powder inside of my mouth and we get ourselves a fucking party? And of course, I do have my apple juice with me at all times. But yeah, okay, let's get into the episode, okay? Today we have a very special one. I'm not gonna lie, this one is probably going to affect a lot of you guys' self-esteem. Your personality may be affected, and also if you aren't really how do I put this, secure about who you are, then more than likely your penis is gonna fall off in this one. Just keeping it OG, triple OG real, okay? Let's drop some knowledge on these motherfuckers. Okay, what's the topic of today's episode, Kevin G? Holy shit. The topic today is trying out new things. I was thinking about this today, all day. As soon as you get older, you forget that you are allowed to try new things, or you choose not to do new things because you're scared. You're a little terrified. Those little albóndigas that you got in between your legs suddenly turn into little tiny marbles, right? The thought of doing something that you aren't good at, the thought of doing something you have never done before frightens you. It's such an intense emotion that you can't fathom the fact that you are no bueno in any occurrence of this activity, whatever it is, you know, whether it's painting, whether it's bungee jumping, whether it's taking a dick in the ass. You're brand new to it. And a lot of people seem to be stuck in their old ways because they just go, you know, humans are a creature of habit, meaning you just do what's comfortable. You keep repeating what you already know because you already know the outcome. But that's not going to help you grow. In order to grow, you are going to have to start doing things you don't want to do. Like, for example, being a noob at whatever you want to do. If you want to learn how to skydive, you're going to have to get teamed up with the dude, and he's going to strap you to his cock, and your ass cheeks are going to be touching his nutsack. And that's starting to skydive. I ain't making that up. It's the truth. I heard a little guy named Billy Joe Robinson went skydiving, and he never came down. That's a true story. Take that to the bank and tell your mama. Little apple juice is good. But I don't...
Am I supposed to draw?
You're just supposed to draw today's episode. You know? Draw what you feel from this episode. Maybe me, maybe at the table, maybe some of the things I talk about.
It has to be. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Get a little artsy for. I got hairs all over my fucking microphone. But yeah. Why? Why is it that people are scared to try new things? I remember being a young whippersnapper and there wasn't a thing that I wouldn't do. You get me? I've been through the ringer, you feel me? I've been, okay, here's a checklist. Please ring it twice. I've been a civilian, right? A regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. I've been a businessman, wink, wink, double wink, wink, if you know what I mean. I've been a model, believe it or not. I have modeled before. I've been a rapper, that's true. No, not WRAPPER, but a rapper. RAPPER. I have yeah, I'm a small town rapper. Everybody check out my raps. Let me spit one for you actually. Yo, I'm sitting here spitting on the mic. You know me, I ain't got the fucking time. If you wanna fuck with me, well, guess what? I ain't got the fucking grind. Because I'ma grind your titties down to the slime. Slime between your feet. You looking like a beach. I don't wanna tell your mama, but she already knows it. Jeesh.
Keep your day job, boy.
That was pretty good, huh? Maria liked it. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. Okay? I'm trying, baby. But yeah, listen, I've been a model, rapper, businessman, civilian. I've been multiple things, right? I've also been your dad in another life. That's right. Me and your mother, Clarence, we had a thing going on with each other. I don't know if she's ever told you before, but your mom and I, we go way back. You know, I was born back in the 1943s. And during my time as a young adolescent, well, let's just say your mother's mouth was never extended quite as much as it was with me. But I digress. Let me tell you guys a little story, right? Because today's podcast is all about trying new things, which a lot of people are not doing, especially nowadays because of coronavirus. It's getting real. Shout out to Cardi B. I just seen her new whatever that trend thing is. What's the new trend that they're doing?
I don't fucking know.
The red thing, and then they're dancing.
Mm-hmm. Is it the stiletto?
Yeah, wherever they're ugly.
It's the silhouette.
Yeah, the silhouette thing. Cardi B killed it, man.
Really?
Oof, the one she did got my mouth to the floor. She brought back her old moves. That's why. Her old stripper moves. Well, you're gonna have to look at it later.
Is it on Instagram?
Yeah, I believe so. It's on her Instagram, of course. Oof, the way she came in looking. I mean, Cardi B already looks good. You feel me? Hot Puerto Rican princess. But then
She's not Puerto Rican.
What is she?
Dominican.
Oh, my bad.
Dominican and Haitian, I think.
All right, Cardi B, this motherfucking Puerto Rican bitch is fine. You get me? The way she came in, right, normal, just every day, you know, she got a little hat, and then she turns that filter shit on, and then she brings back her old stripper moves. The way she turned around on that pole made my pole stand straight up. It made the firemen go down my shaft. It made
Get to the freaking point already.
It made my cock slap your cheeks. I don't know why I was going on Cardi B, but damn, Cardi. You should hit me up sometime. Cardi C. You didn't find it? Oh, I don't know where you're not gonna find it on her story. I don't know where it's at, but
It's not even her thing.
oh, it was hot. It was hot.
I'm looking for new applications for a new boyfriend.
What? It can't compliment Cardi?
What do you mean?
Can't compliment like Cardi B?
Oh yeah, you could do that. I can't can't have another boyfriend? I can't have two?
She's angry. She's angry, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I ain't.
I
I'm just trying to share my love with everyone.
Oh, I share my love with your face all day.
No.
But, yeah, so here's a story, ladies and guaps. Hold up, let me change this angle. Oh, actually, let me go right here. There we go. How about I move over here, all right? I'll get a little bit more centered. It feels a little better. Let me get that computer out the way. There we go. Listen, when I was a young boy, middle school, let's bring it back all the way. Middle school dances were a thing back in the day, right? This is where you used to get on your really good polos, or your buttons up, maybe a nice pair of slacks, a pair of dickies, if you will. And this is where all the young adolescent, impubescent males and females would intertwine and really, really get to know each other, right? Because when you're a young middle school boy, you have nothing but hormones rushing through your body. You have nothing but sperm running through your cold, hard veins. The females' juices are just pumping through their uvulas. It is a good time.
Where are you going with this story?
To be alive in middle school. And this is what I gotta say. Trying new things. You see, I have never been much of a dancer, especially as a young boy. But I did try it. I did give it my best effort. And the girls really seen that. Any guy that tried got more game than a motherfucker that don't try. That's just real shit, real spit. So I would always go with the homies to the middle school dances, right? We would always get, at this time I was not into alcohol, not into drugs, none of that. I was just straight sober. What do they call that? Straight edge. I was straight edge at this time. Not my homies, they were fucking crazy. You get me? They've been crazy for the longest minute. I was just the newest member of the crazy family. Holding it down. P.O.P. And so what ended up happening was we would get to the dance, right? We would be there early because, the fucking party started early. I think it started like maybe at 6 or 7, somewhere around there. And then it would be over at 10, right? So that shit was not even really lit. But who knew what lit was back in the day? I was like 12 or 13 or something like that. So we get there like around 6:30, fashionably late. I wanted to get my money's worth. If I'm going somewhere, it was money, like $5-6. That's cash, cold hard cash. You get me? Somebody had to suck hard dick for that money. Oh fuck! I'm gonna drop it. Listen, I drop my microphone like every fucking episode, but not today. So I get there with my homies, right? We're standing there by the bleachers because they got the bleachers set all the way back. When you're not using them in a gymnasium, they just simply lay on the wall. So we were just standing there scoping up the young, hot honeys creeping in. And we saw the one. The one that got away. We saw a group of females entering, right? Entering the den of wolves. They look like sheep, like little, and we were like hungry wolves. So as we seen them enter, my homie's like, look at them. And then you could see he got a little red. His cheeks were starting to fill with blood. He was starting to sweat a little bit. I was the same, right? Girls, who gets them? They're very intriguing, but hard to understand. Especially at a young age. So, we let the time pass by. We're just chilling. We're vibing with the homies. Really nothing. We're not talking to any girls, but right around 7 o'clock comes, right? That's when the blood really starts to pump. That's when the DJ starts throwing on them hip hop tunes. Back that ass up, put it in my face, fart in my mouth, and then let's go to chase. Something like that. So what usually happens is there's people dancing in the middle of the gymnasium, and then you got the scrubs standing outside of the circle, right? They're too scared to ask, or they're just watching people dance. We've all been there before, right? We're a little scared. We want to ask someone to dance, but we don't know how. We're just like, ¿Cómo le digo que quiero bailar? How do I tell them I want to dance with you? I want to show you the passion in my feet. I want to show you the passion that comes out of my testículos. Right? And the first step, all right, this is from my young fellas right here, right? For any young cool cats, right? First step, numero uno, to getting yourself a fine young honey in middle school. Or in any age, to be honest. Right? This is the first thing you're going to want to do, right? You try to make eye contact with them. You get me? As you're standing on that outside circle, these girls are usually dancing with their friends because, hot girls always dance with their friends. One, because guys are way too nervous to approach a hot girl. Two, because their fat friend shields them from any possible guy approaching them. And three, because girls are not as creepy as men, okay? Girls can just dance with girls and there's not going to be no ass grabs or a titty flick, you get me? Girls are going to be like, oh my God, look at you, you're grinding on me. Start rubbing their coochies on each other's face and shit. So that's the first obstacle, right? You're going to have to navigate across the fucking walrus that's protecting your princess. So you got to start thinking of a plan. You're going to have a wingman. That's for sure. 1,000%. If you do not have a wingman, this plan is like maybe a 20/70 or a 20/80, right? 20% chance it'll work, 80% fail rate. Your wingman has to be willing to take one for the team, okay? Because if he and you are not on the same point, and he's like, you know what, I really want the hot girl, and then suddenly both of y'all motherfuckers struck out because you didn't come into a plan. You have to come into some sort of an agreement. You'll get the next hot girl, but you gotta take one, land on this fucking mine for me, you get me? Okay, step one. You're standing outside of that circle watching these females dance. I want you to try to make eye contact with them. That's number one, the most basic one. Try and make eye contact with the girl you're trying to get with. All right? Her first of all, her fat friend won't notice because she's gonna be probably staring at the fucking punch bowl and snack trays, right? So try to link eyes with the girl, and she'll notice that you're looking at her. You get me? Maybe just as soon as she looks at you for a millisecond, smile. You put that smile on your face. It goes a long way, right? When you see a girl smile, doesn't that make you feel good? Doesn't that make your stomach filled with butterflies, and you're just like, oh my God, the serotonin feels so amazing. This feels good. She's smiling at me, right? Same thing. If you smile at a girl, that lets her know that you're inviting, you're welcoming. You should be nice because, bad people don't usually smile. Their smile is usually like a wink. Have you seen Pennywise smile? That's usually how a creepy guy smiles. So don't go too crazy with it. Just like a smirk. How about a smirk? If you can't smile, you got crooked teeth. You got a fucking, your tongue sticks out of your mouth way too long. Whatever. Your teeth are yellow and you think they're gold, but they're disgusting. Okay? Just a smirk. Look at this. Look at this right here. You see that? That was a smirk. No teeth. But if you really want to get a fine bitch, you got to show some teeth. Because then they know, okay, this guy's teeth is pretty okay. La placa la sirve. You get me? He got all his teeth. He smile. Look at this. You see that smile? That's a smile that says, I am confident. Confidence in a smile. Confidence in your ability to precisely smile. Because if it's too wide, like I said, it's too creepy. But if it's too small, you look like you're farting. You get me? Just a little, right? Those are the kind of faces you make when you shit and just, right? Step number 1, smile, make eye contact, all right? Number 2, this is where you really grab your nuts, right? This is where your cojones really, really have to drag. You get me? You have to have nuts the size of a fucking orangutan. Because this is the next step, which includes actually walking over, right? I'm not saying you have to talk to her yet, but you have to be in a close proximity for her to hopefully smell you, right? That would be the optimal conclusion there. If you have a good cologne, if you smell like straight body sweat and ass hairs, don't even get near her, right? What the fuck are you doing in the club anyways, right? What the fuck? You don't put on no Axe? You're in middle school, bro. You didn't put on no Axe. You smell like BO and Axe. That would have been a better fucking smell than just your fucking booty cheek smell. But let's assume that you did put on some good cologne, right? Get your cologne, right? Get your cologne. I recommend Gucci. I recommend Polo. And I recommend my nutsack sweat across your face. You get near her. You're going to have to leave that circle, the outside circle, because that's where the bitches are. And I don't mean females. I mean the males that are acting like a bitch. That's where they're standing, maybe got a drink in their hand, half a smile, kind of nervous. Their eyes are fucking glazing over everybody. You look at their hands, they're kind of shaky, they're sweating. If you ask them how they're doing, they're like, I'm good. You get in that circle, I don't give a fuck if you have to do it alone. Just get in there and shimmy your shoulders just like this. You see that? Just a little shimmy shoulder. You got the songs popping off. Ain't nobody really paying attention to you because they're too busy dancing in their own world. So let's say you get near her, right? Now you see her and she's with her homegirls. You're gonna have to, this is very careful here. This is a very delicate operation, okay? This is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to tap her on the shoulder, right? Tap her. Do not grab her. If you grab a girl, you are going to freak her out immediately. You are going to push her away. Because remember, girls are very, very fragile. They're very, very, you have to be very gentle with them. Because just like a rabbit, if you come in too strong, they're going to run away. And you'll never see them again. Imagine you being a girl. And some big guy just grabs you by the shoulder, just, hey, right? You're going to get rape vibes. Do not grab, okay? Do not grab, especially below the hip. Not even on the hip. Not even on the lower back. Shoulder. Tap on the shoulder, especially nowadays, right? That's just a heads up. Tap on the shoulder like this. Check it out. You see that? No creepiness at all. Do that and say, hey, right? This is where you can get a little creepy. You get me? If you don't want to be a little creepy, this is where you do it. You get it's loud, right? The music's going. So you can't really hear what they're saying. So this is where you get, hopefully, you put the cologne. By this age, you should know how to put cologne on, right? You have to. This is how you optimize your cologne game. You put some on your chest, you put some on your neck, and then you put some behind your ears. Because when you're going out to a club, of course, when you speak to someone, you're going to have to whisper in their ear or yell in their ear more than likely because it's so loud. So if you put a little cologne behind your ears, when you're talking to her first and foremost, the cologne on your neck will go up to her nose. And then when she responds to the question you asked, she is then whispering in your ear, which you put cologne in the back of your ear. So now she's smelling your good smell. And if it's her thing, you get me? If it's her what do you call it? Her hormone? Her pheromone, right? If that happens to be her pheromone, then she will really, really show you a positive affirmation, right? This is what I want you to do, fellas, right? You're probably wondering to yourself, okay, I tapped her on the shoulder, but what do I say? What do I say, Kevin? What do I say? Yeah, this is really hard. This is a really hard thing, right? And it's all based upon everyone's situation, right? I can't be telling you, well, you gotta tell her you want to dance, and you're at the fucking library, right? You're gonna be dancing with the fucking books. Okay, but let's just say, right, you're at some sort of party, a dance, some sort of loud get together, right? You gotta have at least a couple moves, boys. At least know how to shimmy your feet, dog.
Or else she'll show you up.
Just listen, guys, you really don't do the dancing, to be honest. When you're on the dance floor, you're really not the one that's doing the dancing. It's really the female. You're just like a moving pole. You get me? Pretty much you're there to show off the female's moves, right? You just do the most simple things look the most elegant. You get me? Just a couple 2 steps on your feet, be loose on the shoulders, right? At least know a basic move. If you go in there looking stiffer than a fucking frozen board, you're not gonna have a good time, right? Hold up. Let me get another apple juice. I'll be right back. Fill in time. All right. Now where were we? Yes. What do I tell her, Kevin? What do I tell her? Well, I'm glad you asked, right? Now, there are many approaches you could do when, because, well, this is actually a very important step here. Because you could only introduce yourself once, right? And if you fuck that up, bro, cut her out of your life. You're done. Capiche. Finish. Fin. Ya se acabó. Valiste de verga, güey. You get me? So I want you to start off with a nice casual greeting, right? You could go with the classic, hey. But that's too boring, right? You're gonna be like, hey. You already killed it. And not killed it in the good way. You want to be saying something memorable. Something that when she looks back at the night, she thinks of you. Because you left her with such a fucking impact. I want you to punch her in the back of her head. I want her to remember who you are. Okay. Quit sucking around. This is my livelihood here. Okay. Right, you tapped her on the shoulder. This is where your heart, I'm not going to lie, your heart's going to be beating at this moment, right? So you're not going to be thinking clearly because the adrenaline is going to be rushing through your body. You are going to be on such an adrenaline rush. You're not even going to know what you're saying, what you're thinking. The fact that your cock is out of your zipper is just going to be a crazy time. I'm just letting you know right now. Be prepared for what might possibly happen, because in this situation it's either going to go one of two ways. Good, right? She dances with you. She's like, oh my god, I thought you would never ask. Or she's going to be like, no. And that is where you have to learn to retreat. But let's say, okay, we'll go down that road if that road comes. But first, let's be optimistic here, right? Let's assume when you tapped her on the shoulder, she was a little happy that you were there, right? You tap her on the shoulder, tap, tap, tap. This is where you have to, I can't do it for you. You have to know who you are, at least a little bit, right? What is something that you would say? What is something that sounds Sound like a little. I would go with a little humorous, a little funny, right? Like a little funny, like something like, tap tap tap. Hey, have you saved me a dance? You see, that would work. That would work because one, you're still giving her the option to either dance with you or not, right? Have you saved me a dance, right? It's innocent. It's really innocent. It's not saying dance with me, right? Which is more of an order, which is more of a bark, which is telling her, you're gonna dance with me, you fucking twat, right? No. You wanna be nice, right? You gotta be gentle, right? We're gentle people, right? You're a big hunk of an animal, but you gotta have some sort of feelings here. Right? You ask her, have you saved me a dance? Yeah, it sounds kind of dorky. And it sounds like a square. But you're not fucking asking your homie to dance, right? You're not asking your boys to go fucking start twerking on your dick, right? You're asking a female who is more emotional based, who is more touchy feeling. So in that case, she will probably think that it's cute and funny. Am I right or am I wrong, Maria?
I guess you're right.
Have you saved me a dance? That's just an example. You don't have to use it. That would work for me because of the person that I am, right?
You really think so?
Yeah. I know for a fact. Speaking from experience, baby.
Oh, really?
This young middle school Kevin G was dancing with all these putas. So let's say you tapped her on the shoulder and you told her, have you saved me a dance, right? This is where you strap in, boys, right? You fucking dig your heels in, grab your nutsack, and then hope for the best because you're either going to get your heart broken or you're about to be ecstatic, right? She's going to look you in the eyes if she wants to break your heart. And if she's not sure, she might do the classic shoulder grab, look at the ground, and say, "I don't know how to dance." Right? This bitch is a fucking liar. You've been stalking her all night. You've been seeing her dance with her homegirls all night. So you know that's a fucking lie. So don't even baby yourself. Just know that you ain't worth it. She ain't worth it, King. She ain't worth it.
King? What the fuck?
That's what the people on the memes always say to the guys when the girl rejects them. Like, she's not worth it, King.
That's even more corny.
It's because of, it's because of boys, right? Us boys. We gotta stand up for each other, right?
But I thought there was no touchy feeling with boys.
Well, it's not until it is. Okay. So you're standing there. Question asked. And let's assume that she says, yeah, right? Yeah, I'll dance, right? Because usually pretty girls are just waiting for a guy to ask him to dance because no one is asking them to dance because they're too pretty, right? That is also a double-edged sword, right? You could be extremely beautiful, but that also means people are too fucking nervous to speak with you. But that's only half the battle because then you have to get her away from Shrek, her homegirl, right? You can't dance with this one. This one's mine, right? That's what her friend is probably going to say. But that's where your homie, right? You brought your homie, right? You been paying attention, boy? That's where your wingman comes in. And he's like, you want to dance with me? Right? You could smell her. It smells like bacon and fucking trailer trash mixed with the little fucking broken spirit, right? And this might happen here, right? The ugly friend might fall for the bait, right? I would say 7 out of 10 times she will fall for the bait. But those that 3 that other chance, that 3% chance, She's gonna take the homegirl away. She's like, we're not here to dance with the guys. It's a girls' night. Right? Some bullshit like that. Which, in which case, you just pull her to the side, right? You just pull her to the side, right? And you just start dancing. You have to immediately, all right? As soon as big fucking Godzilla over there starts having her tantrum, you just start dancing. And this should cause the girl that you asked to dance because she's seeing your move and you're having a good time. And the wingman, she's talking to the wingman, so she's telling him she doesn't want to dance, but that's why you pull her away, homie. That's why you pull her away to the hot girl. It just looks like her friend is talking to the wingman, but in reality, she's like, I don't want to dance with you, but she doesn't know that. You pull her aside. You drag her away from that negative energy. You'll be like, namaste. Namaste. And that's where you begin your first dance move, okay? It's actually very important as to which dance song you choose because I personally am not really an upbeat hip-hop dancing kind of guy. So if those were the vibes, you wouldn't catch me really on the dance floor, right? The only thing I really know how to do is fist pump. And just throw my body crazily, so it looks like I know what I'm doing.
So you know how to do the white boy dance?
Yeah, I know how to dance like a white boy, pretty much. It's because I know how to dance norteñas, duranguense. I know how to dance cumbia. You get me? I know how to dance all the Mexican shit or Latino shit, but I ain't really with this hip hop stuff. You get me? I could do the cat daddy, like I'm in a wheelchair, just all night, just wheelchairing it up, right, left to the right, like this, just wheelchair, cat daddy. Maybe throwing a Superman. Now, whoa, and then back that up with throw the fist in the middle, and then put my weight like this, whatever that dance move is called. I could probably do something like that, but choose the songs you dance to very carefully, because if you're a bad dancer to the first song, she's not going to give you the second one. That's a fact. That's a fact, homeboy. You fucking pick the song that you're comfortable with, right? Me, I would always be over there when there was a slow song. Them slow songs. When the DJ's like, all right, everybody, let's get down on the dance floor and slow things down. That's when you would see me slither like a snake on the gymnasium floor, just... And then I just stand up like just a reptilian. Have you saved a dance for me? That's my snake slithering in and out of my mouth, right? And then, right, let's assume that you too are also a slow song lover, right? Slow song dances are the best because there is not really much requirement, right? You hold each other, you take 2 slow steps, on the right, on the left, and then you just spin sometimes. Not very too, The risk to reward scenario is completely one-sided. There's not really a risk to it. You got nothing but a fine-ass lady in your arms. You got... What's going on? Is there anybody out there? She's hearing things. You got a beautiful woman in your arms, right? You got a nice, slow Marvin Gaye song, Let's Get It On, playing in the background. You're looking at her deeply into the eyeballs. You could tell there's something there. There's some sort of spark. There's some sort of connection, right? The best way to tell if there's a connection with the girl you like is to slow dance with her. Look her in the eyes. If you see a spark, if you sense any chemistry, then you found the one, right? And what's it called? Master tip here. Don't go too low on her waist because then you will be called creepy. Keep it above the waist, but not too high, because then you will be a nerd. Keep it on her. I would say now you are allowed to touch her hips. Okay?
Damn, the gordo has a hole in his ass.
Yeah, it's his butthole.
Yeah, but like, I didn't know that his asshole would be so pointed out.
His ass is nasty.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so she's usually gonna have her hands either on your back or yeah, just depending on how tall you are. So if you're a taller person, she's gonna try to reach for your shoulders, but we both know that ain't gonna happen, fucking Godzilla. So dance, the songs will last around 3 minutes. Right before the song ends, this is what I want you to do, right? Because you don't want her to leave, right? You see the snaggletooth in the back just ready to get her fucking homegirl back, just snarling over there, just breathing. She's having trouble. Looks like she's fucking going through convulsions. Before you return her to her nasty owner, I want you to do this. Say, hey, do you want to dance again? Or do you want to save me one more, right? Right? Again, she's the one in control, right? You don't want to seem like you're the one controlling her. You're giving her an option. Really, it's not an option, right? Because you're going to dance with me, bitch, whether you like it or not. I'm just giving you the option as to, do you want to dance right now? Or do you want to wait till later, right? We got all night. We got till 10. It's barely 8:30, baby. Shit, ain't no rush. You know your boy going to be waiting for you. So once you spring the question, right? An hour later, just like the candy, sweet. She might say now, in which case you commence to dance. But if the option reaches, do you want to dance with me later? Well, that's where you have to let the fucking chicken go. Because you can't hold on to it. Because then it's just going to be bad, right? So if she says, I'll dance with you again later, that could mean that she don't want to dance with you again. But depending on the way she says it in her voice, yeah, I'll dance with you, right? Sure, a short confidence. Yes, I'll dance with you later. Looks you in the eyes. If she looks away when she says, yes, I'll dance with you later, she's not dancing with you later. That's just an excuse to get away from you, buddy. But that's something. And like, what are you talking about? You gonna teach me how to dance? No. The story is you got to try new things, because as I was out there dancing with females, the homies were on the sideline just staring at me, right? They were talking shit. But it don't matter. Who's the one dancing? Who's the one having a good time? Who's the one experiencing things, right? We came to a dance to fucking groove, not stand around in a corner and suck each other's cocks. So just you gotta be a little bit more laid back, right? When trying new things, right? You have plenty of opportunities to try new things, and yeah. I got lost there. I was thinking about sucking my homie's cock. My bad. But yeah. So, and you just keep repeating that process all night. I did it like fucking, I would do it at least 10 to 12 times a dance, right? I not all of them are going to say yes. You got to understand that. It's a numbers game, right? It's like a sales pitch. Every no brings you one step closer to a yes, right? So, I would say my success rate would be 9. Like I said, 9 out of 12 would tell me yes. But there'd always be those few that told me no, due to different reasons. Some, because of their ugly friend, would not let them leave. Some, because they were with their boyfriend, but they're just going through some things. And others, because it's girls' night. But you'll never know. unless you try something new, right? And that's what today's podcast was about, right? Just try something new, bud. What are you afraid of, right, Mac Miller? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go out, try something new, right? Whether that's just going to a new restaurant, right? Maybe you're just so used to eating McDonald's every day that you're like, me gusta McDonald's. I like the Big Mac, the double. Whoa, I puked on that one. Tasted good. Chicken fried steak. Maybe go to that Mexican restaurant you've been wanting to go to, but nobody else wants to go with you, right? Maybe you want to see a movie, but nobody is down to go with you. Go by yourself. Maybe you want to hit up a club or go to a concert, but your homies are all broke and they're like, no, pues, it's because I got a checkings and a savings and the way my savings bank account set up, right? Go by yourself, right? You'll meet people there. Maybe you'll get raped and murdered, but you'll meet people there. Just try out new things. It's possible that you'll meet your future significant other there, right? What a story. What a story. Well, I wasn't going to come to this concert because none of my friends wanted to, but I decided to come anyways because this boy on the internet told me, you have got to try new things, and here I am fucking an orangutan, right? AKA your wife. You never know. You never know. But that is where I'm going to end today's podcast. Thank you guys for staying tuned for another great and exciting episode of the Wandering Mind Podcast. Where the mind wanders. Of course, if you guys want to follow me on social media, that is Instagram.com/The Wandering Mind Podcast. Podcast is spelled with a 0, right? That is my one and only social media. But if you wish to get early releases and exclusive content of the Wandering Mind Podcast, aka Kevin G, patreon.com/The Wandering Mind Podcast, right? That is where you will find all of the R-rated stuff that I can't get on here, such as my ass cheeks. And yes, I do have a second channel. I haven't posted on it for like a couple weeks, but I will be uploading soon, right? That is youtube.com/DeleriousEscapade. All of these will be linked in the description. So if you wish to follow me like a fucking schoolgirl, please do so. And I'll be back next time with another great episode. What will it be? I don't know. It might just be a picture of your daddy's nutsack. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys. And later, bitches.